Here I am. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm Claire Louise. Hi. So, yes, overran a little bit on making a daily there, but I'm here now. So all is well. How is everyone today? Are you good? Hope you are. So, mini reads. Today, mini reads. Have we got any booked in? Let's have a look. We're doing that. Oh. No mini reads in. If you want a mini read while we're live here, I've popped a link for it to book one in the comments there, in the live comments. So book them at any point. I'll also be giving a twin flame reading as well for the masses. No, there's not masses being twin flame, but for the general. Hey, Maria. How are you? Oh, I've been so busy. Starting this new channel. Wow. I haven't had a minute to myself. I really need to do my nails. They're a mess. But there was supposed to be a delivery of new nail polish yesterday. They said it was out for delivery and they were going to try and deliver it yesterday and then they didn't. So I'm just kind of waiting for that. Hopefully it'll arrive today and I can do it. Hey Shelley. Hey Mandy. How are you all? I need some hand cream on and then I'll be right with you. Yeah, so I've been run off my feet, shooting videos, editing, almost ready to start that new channel. I'm still working on that first video, but I've got like second and third video almost complete now. Gonna start strong with it. I'll let you all know as soon as I've made it. I haven't started the new channel, I haven't even made it yet. The videos, I'm just making the videos ready for it. Okay, twin flames, what's going on? Is there anything going on? I can't say I've really noticed. I've got someone messaging me at the moment, but I don't have time to message him back. Too busy. Maybe I'll be a bit less busy next week. I think I'm going to launch the new channel at the weekend. I think I'll be ready then. But I've got more shooting to do for the first video tomorrow. It was crazy yesterday, all the stuff that I was doing. Not those cards. Anyway, okay, twin flames. Come on, Claire. Focus. Oh, those two. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Plenticles. Three of Pentacles is about planning. It's about teamwork. It's about all getting on the same page. All getting on the same page with something. Working towards something. Teamwork makes the dream work. Learning, teaching, that kind of thing. All quite your end. Yeah. Are we in Mercury retrograde at the moment? Maybe we are. I just don't keep on top of those things anymore. Full moon last night. Didn't sleep very well. I got like 6.5 hours sleep. Not enough. Very difficult for me to get to sleep. Full moons do that sometimes to me. How about you? Did you sleep good? You guys? We've got the Magician manifesting something. Ah, okay. So it's like collaboration manifestation. Two people manifesting the same thing. Death. Da, da, da. Death isn't a scary card in the tarot. It's a pretty good card, really. It means like a significant ending leading to a new beginning. It doesn't have to be a horrible ending either. I mean, it doesn't have to be a hard ending, not like Ten of Swords or anything like that. It can be just like something significant that needs to change. Let's just sort this tablecloth out. A puffy bit. Yeah, and whenever we're having rebirths, which is what when we're trying to manifest something, that's what we're asking for really, is like a change in energy to start to have a new routine in our lives, or a new, starting something new, you know? So the universe is like, okay, but full moon, you gotta let something go. It doesn't mean like put something off your plate in order to, it's not like a trade, like the barter system with the universe or anything. It's like you've got to sacrifice something. It's not that. It's more the person that you're going to be, the person that you need to be to manifest that, or to be in that new beginning, isn't the person that has this or that or is doing that thing that you've been doing. And it's about like figuring out what that is, to leave that behind, to stop doing that. And full moons are all about that, about what it is that we need to let go of. So that reminds me, in fact, of my full moon readings, my private full moon readings, which are $30 off at the moment. If you go to my website, behealing.com, you'll find a link to that right on that first page. And those full moon readings are about what is it that you need to let go of in order to manifest what it is that you want. So there's help at hand in those readings, and also what you need to take responsibility for in order to manifest what it is that you want. So if this is ringing true to you, you might want to get those, because they are $30 off. You can get them for $130 instead of $160. Didn't sleep well. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it, for a full moon? And it's not just the light. Like sometimes light pollution, which the full moon is, can make it tricky to sleep, but something about the energies. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, it's hard. So I'm a bit tired. But the night before I got more than 9 hours sleep, so that was brilliant. So we're being asked to let go of something, to end something in order to manifest, but someone else is manifesting. Same thing too. Strength, gotta be strong, gotta be strong. Oh, I did some recording yesterday. It was quite a day. I'm actually aching because of it all. But for the first video that I was making, I needed some footage of me saying certain things, doing certain things. And so I went Muay Thai training. I did some of the shooting before I went to training in the morning here, and then I went to training and shot more of it. And then which is hard, because you got to get to these gyms early before they put the music on, because as soon as they put the music on, it's like, then I can't speak in the videos, because YouTube, you can't have music on them, right? Well, you can only have the free music that they supply. Royalty-free music. Anyway, so that can be tricky. So after I finished that, it's like, now I want and I want to do the same thing at CrossFit, but there's always music on there, and there's always people there, and it's just not conducive atmosphere. So I thought I'll go straight away to the CrossFit gym. They'll be open, and there'll be no one there. And sure enough, there was nobody there. It was closed. But he'd just gone for a coffee, so I was messaging him saying, "Have you gone for a coffee?" He said, "Yeah, I'm on my way back now." And so he came back, and then I went for a coffee because it seemed like a good idea. I needed more energy. And I'm getting to a point here. I just needed to do like 3 different moves and record myself doing them while I was saying a specific thing. That's all it was. But one of them was a pull-up. Now, I can only do 1 pull-up. And that's really good. I used to be able to do like 10 assisted pull-ups with resistance bands helping me. And I do still, when I'm doing workouts with pull-ups in them, I use resistance bands to help me. But without resistance bands, just straight up my body weight, I can do 1. So I set the camera up, and I'm like, I need to do this in 1 take because I don't have another pull-up in me. And so I put the camera on, and I did it, and the camera moved during it. And I'm like, no, I've got to do it again. And so the second one, it wasn't as good. I mean, it wasn't a straight pull-up. It wasn't a strict pull-up. I kind of got to a point, and then my arms were giving up, and I had to kind of kip a little bit to get myself up. So it wasn't ideal, but just typical, hey? I slept terribly last night. Damn it. Hey, Barbara. Hey, okay, so that's me. Strength reminded me. I'm not feeling strong today. And then I did CrossFit later on, and I won. I like the competitive angle of CrossFit. It was teamwork, and there's another CrossFitter there called Claire, so we were Claire Squared, the Claire Squared team. And Claire, it was her first day back to CrossFit after about a week because she had food poisoning, and so she's been really sick for days and still not back up to strength. So I took a lot of the slack for her. I'm speedy, strong. Speed is one of my things, speed and power. Anyway, so I took up a lot of the slack. She didn't do as much as me, but teamwork. We kind of divide it in half usually. And most people, it's like doing so many rounds of these different movements per time. So a certain time period, you do as many rounds as possible, as many rounds and reps as possible. Everyone else did about 4 rounds. We did 6. And it was mostly me. That's how strong I am. But I'm feeling it today, I tell you. The sun, happiness. Wow. 4 major arcanas in a row. This is significant energy. 4 of Cups, eluding us. Always kind of waiting for that brighter, shinier offer to come in. It's on its way. It's manifesting. We're manifesting it, but something needs to change first. I think this is a full moon reading, everybody. Around relationships. Knight of Pentacles, taking it slowly. Right, it's not going to change fast, but it is manifesting. But there's something significant to change in here. You need to be strong and persist toward that happiness and keep going. But yeah, there is something that needs to change. So let's get into that. What is it that needs to change? And if anyone wants a mini read, book one in while I'm doing this. Oh, okay. So what needs to change? Tell us, guys. What needs to change? Didn't even go for my walk on the beach this morning. Don't have the energy. My knee's still hurting from yesterday. Forgot to take my shoes to CrossFit in the afternoon. So I did it barefoot, which I actually preferred. Might do that again. Forget my shoes. Yeah, it seemed to be better for me. Okay, what is it that needs to change then? Tell us about this. We're taking something slowly here. Got to be strong. Keep on moving slowly toward our happiness. Something is eluding us, but this death card is the significant one in here. There's something that we're doing or something that we're being or something like that that needs to change in order to be the person that brings in that thing. I had a dream last night about getting together with a guy that I used to really be into very long time ago. Nothing ever happened between us, both attracted to each other. He was in my dream last night and we did get together. It's wild. The Circle. Yeah, the mini reads, Vivian. Here's the link for it. You book one in like that by clicking that link. You can put your question in when you book it there and I'll get it through and then I'll do it. So the Circle, we're getting into what this death thing is. What needs to change? Circle is about calling in our guides and stuff like that. Calling in our guides. Let's see. Strength. It's the Hanged Man. Okay. Creating a safe and clean environment, setting boundaries. The energy update that I just recorded this morning was all about boundaries. Yeah, setting boundaries, focusing exclusively on the spiritual for a time. So it's the Hanged Man. It's like the preparation card. It's seeing things from a different perspective. It's doing a cleanup. It's perhaps saying no for the time being, temporarily, to see if things are for you or not. It could be about putting things on hold. So to give you a bit of space in order to see things differently. Do you know what I mean? So, for example, For example, in my life right now, if I were to apply this to me, what this might be saying to me is, put this channel on hold for a while, take a couple of weeks off or something like that of doing this, to focus on my other one, to give me more time, because I am like, I've got no balance at the moment. I'm working like constantly, so that I can see it more clearly, see what fits and what doesn't, or what needs to change. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we just need a break to be able to see more clearly. That's how I'd apply these kind of energies to myself, which doesn't seem to be connected with relationships, but it probably is. If you think like my energy of what I'm putting out into the world, predominantly what people see about me, as I said on Monday, the people around me here on this island don't see the same me as you see. This is such a small part of me now. It used to be a big part of me while I was healing myself. Now it's such a small part of me. And so it might be something like that with you too, is that you could be really coming into who you really are, but needing to take a step back from something to see a greater perspective on yourself. So like a temporary hold on things could be what's being asked for here. The Six of Fire. Six of Fire is Saturn, of course, and I think there is something going on with Saturn at the moment, but I'm not an astrologer. If you are, let us know in the comments what is going on with Saturn, because I think there is something. Anyway, while Jupiter's the life of the party, Saturn isn't. Known for challenges, restrictions, and hard work. Hard work. Saturn's benefits are often overlooked, because good stuff comes from the Saturn stuff. Even though it's hard to go through, it gives us so much clarity. No, Barbara, it isn't. It's all about lifestyle, fitness, anti-aging, and all of that. It's all about how to take care of yourself. Of course, some of the emotional stuff is involved in that too, but it's just a part of it. Saturn's rules are ambitions, goals, career achievements, and long-term plans. These are all worthy things that often shape our lives to a significant degree. With achievements comes kudos and recognition, but with Saturn, these things are all hard-won, and it's in the winning of them that Saturn's true gifts are given. Our journey toward realizing our ambitions is filled with serious choices, including how we deal with authority figures and obstacles. We confront structures and restrictions and must determine how we face them, overcome them, or work within them. Through this we gain experience and wisdom. Life lessons are taught and learned or repeated. Six of Fire brings a conservative, serious energy. Situations must be reviewed and analysed, and decisions made with a calculating precision, for what happens now will determine future trends. Much can be won, but not without a cost. So if we are talking about relationships here, which we might not be, I mean we are, but we're not. There could be a change in your life that's got nothing to do with relationships that might be leading you to being the full you that you are, that will lead you to the relationship. But if we're talking about relationships, what this is saying is, you might need to, you know how like being by ourselves, say if you've been dating one person after another, or from one relationship to another, to another, to another, there comes a point where you go like, this ain't working for me, I need to stop doing this, give myself space from it, temporary space from it, so I can see myself clearly. And usually when we do that, we remove ourselves from a situation, we can see it more clearly then, and we go, oh yeah, I can see. I was just kind of going with whoever was coming toward me instead of choosing, going to the right places where the kind of people that I would want are there, so that they can choose me, or whatever it is, or wasn't seeing these red flags, or whatever it is. it's that taking a step back that gives us that clarity, right? And this might not be easy. It might not be easy. It probably won't be easy. It'll be challenging. Challenging because nobody around you is going to like you making changes. Nobody does. But you still have to do it. Yeah, so I think temporary hold on something so that you can see things. We always gain a better perspective when we're out of a certain situation, and sometimes that can happen like in your work. You gain a greater perspective on your work when you go on holiday. You go on holiday and just that little break gets you to see things differently. Gets you to see things that you don't see when you're getting up early in the morning, you're going to the workplace and you're now going through those same patterns. You're too much in it to be able to see it. 7 of Earth, sea creatures. I never remember what this one's about. Never remember what many of the cards in these decks are about, but I persist with this deck for some reason. The 7 of Earth. Because I think because it's different than normal tarot, which is why I have to consult the book so much. Because it's different. It's just got different stuff in there that doesn't come through with a normal tarot. Anyway, sea creatures. 7 of Earth indicates that now is a time to move carefully. Pay attention to your environment. Be extra sensitive to energetic flow. Move and experience things differently than normal. Recognize that this is a new situation and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Flow as gracefully as possible without jarring or upsetting the balance. Go carefully. Knight of Pentacles. Oi. So if I beat myself up yesterday, my body. It was a lot of fun there. 3 of Fire. This is Venus. She's all about love, attraction, relationships, what you're drawn to, who's drawn to you. It's the Divine Feminine. The Venus and Mars story. Very attractive right now, huh? Not necessarily, but could also be physically attractive right now. But when we are manifesting things, we've got an openness of our energy, and other people can respond to that openness of energy. It's like there's an eagerness in our energy for something new, and that can draw people in. People might go, now's my chance. Now's my chance with this one. What else? Do I need to remind my water delivery guy? Yes, I do. I need more water. Let me just message him. He sent me a message last night saying I might forget because I'm old now. Don't forget, Mark. He's online now. Lovely man. Brings me my water. Drinking water. Which I'm running out. Okay, 7 of... Right. The 7 of Air is the I Ching. It's about the answers in the questions in the answer. You might be too close to something to see it clearly, but the answer's right in front of your face is what this card says. The answer's right in front of your face like this, but you're too close to it to see it. Because I just see like a stripe in front of my face now, and I see everything that is behind it more. It's too close. Don't see it. But what you're asking for, what you're trying to manifest, what you're asking for, why are you asking for that? What is in that? This will be so individual. I'm trying to think of a way to kind of explain it. It's harvest time, Mother of Earth. But yeah, this is saying that the answer is right in front of your face. On another note, there might be an airport being built on this island. There will only be flight, if it happens, it's going to be a very short runway airport, but there'll only be flights from Bangkok to here, and perhaps just private flights. That's wild. I wouldn't like to be on any of the ferries, the overnight ferries that bring the cargo to this island with aviation fuel on there. Aye. Let me try and explain this thing, this I Ching, because I don't think I've explained it. Often the thing that we're looking for, the thing that we're trying to manifest, is the way that we think that we can get something that is really important for us, something that's deeper than that, that's really important to us. And if we can find what that deeper thing is, why we're asking for the thing that we want to ask for, find out what that deeper thing is, then that's the more important thing to go for. And sometimes we're too close, or trying to manifest the surface level thing, that we can't see what we really want. And sometimes it's really simple what we really want. If we can take a step back from it, we can focus properly on it and go, oh, it was that I wanted all along, not this thing that I thought would lead to it. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's harvest time, Mother of Earth. This reading seems to be saying you're almost there to manifesting what it is that you want. But you might not think that what you're trying to manifest is exactly what you're trying to manifest. And if you can just see what you're really trying to manifest, it's right there. The Eight of Earth. I think this one's the Flying Creatures card. Eight of Earth. It's the air creatures. The Eight of Earth asks you to reach higher, stretch further, dream bigger. Whatever it is you're attempting, it's not even close to what's potentially possible. Ooh! Exciting news yesterday when I was talking to the owner of the gym, the Muay Thai gym. We're having a special fight night next week, next Tuesday. And he's telling me who the fighters are. It's because he said there's these 4 fighters coming, and they're coming to the gym that I used to train at, and they come here a lot, like often, to the island, and they all want to fight, and so we're having a special one so that they can fight for the few days that they're here. Ooh, I will know them if they're returning people in that gym. Anyway. So the newish trainers from that gym, he was telling me who's fighting who or whatever. And then on my way out, I bumped into my Thai friend, who kind of is the head trainer. And I said, who is it? And so he showed me the pictures of them. It's Diogo, my friend Diogo. It's so exciting that he's going to be back. He did come here during COVID times to train. He's a great guy. So that's really exciting. Air creatures. Reach higher, stretch further, dream bigger. And I was talking to the gym owner about what it is that I'm doing with this new channel, and it's like he's okay about me using his gym for it. You know, of course he is. It's gonna give him free advertising, of course, but it's always good to have people like that on the side, you know, help me out and all of that kind of stuff. The staff have been awesome already. Told them what I want to shoot and stuff like that, and they've been helping me out. They've been amazing. And at the CrossFit gym too. He's like, yeah, I'll turn the music off and yeah, do what you need. Just tell me what you need. Very cool. Why is that making me think of this? The 8 of Earth asks you to reach higher, stretch further, dream bigger. Whatever it is you're attempting is not even close to what's potentially possible. Slough off whatever baggage is holding you earthbound. Make yourself as light as possible by letting go of doubts and focusing on what you know is possible. Some of you are reaching too low. Some of you are trying to get into a relationship with someone that's just not it for you. And it's kind of holding you back. Kind of holding you back to an energy which is too small for you. So sometimes this is why relationships are held from us. It's like you've still got ways to go until you are that energy that's truly you, that will be the one that brings in that much, you know. Oh, wow. Okay, so you know how sometimes, just got a hit of information then. You know how sometimes we are very generous with other people and we see the potential in them. Oh my God, this is it. We see the potential in them. We kind of fall in love with the potential in them, and then we try and help them to be that person, and it all goes horribly wrong and it doesn't happen, and we have to let go in the end. The answer is in the question. That's you. It's not them, it's you. You need to see the potential in you. You need to do the same thing for yourself. Fall in love with your potential. Change you to reach that potential. And then when you reach that potential, when you reach higher, that is when your true match will come in. You see, this death card says something significant needs to change. You can stay where you are at the moment and try and manifest your twin flame, your divine match and all of that kind of thing. But unless you are making that change, it's like you're trying to manifest a cake without going out and getting the ingredients. You're going to one step ahead of where you're at. Take a look at what you're trying to manifest at the moment, what's at the surface level of it, and go deeper into that. Really go deep into it. Like, what is this thing that is in front of me that I'm trying to manifest, and why? What's really behind that? Because the answer's in the question. And for some, it could be that. It could be that you fall in love with the potential of someone else when really you should be doing that for yourself. We do that all the time. We try and give other people the stuff that we really want. And sometimes we can even be teaching the stuff that we need to for ourselves. And we think it's everyone else that needs it. And then when we stop and go, ah, shit, it's me that needs that, not everyone else. That's when the real power, that's when the real change comes. When you apply it to yourself. Just a bit hot. You're very quiet. There's a chicken cat. She's still not eating greatly. Didn't see her at all yesterday. Seen her once already this morning and she's back. Hey. Hi, skinny mini. Still a bit slow, huh? But not as slow as you were. She's getting better. Hello, the gamer. You're making changes. I'll give her a little bit of yogurt. She seems to like that at the moment. I'm just trying to get whatever I can into her. Calories wise, she's not eating a lot at all. Hopefully other people are feeding it too. The world, the change, cycles, change. Is there a vet? Yes, we've got an animal clinic here. I don't know if she's been. I don't know if Chicken's been, because she's not really my cat. She just hangs out with me. She just thinks that she's my cat. The true owner of her is P-Look and the family that are over there, and they feed her too. And I tell them when she's sick, and then they take her. Do you wear bra? How old are you, the gamer? You need to learn English better. Let's put you in timeout. Okay, the world. Something significant needs to change. But the world is like new cycle. New cycle. New bicycle. Mine's getting a bit rusty. Time to get a new bike. I need to get a better bike. Ace of Water. The very good feeling card of falling in love. Or other good feelings. And other good feelings. Let's read it. Ace of Water. Represents a relationship that promises to grow into something more. Something fulfilling, something more powerful, something divine. Okay. So, we need to be at the top of our game to bring in a relationship and take it to more. Something that brings in more. If you fall in love with the potential of someone, and it's going to be less, it's not going to be more. It's got to be someone that, well, is us. It's us that needs to be more first. And I know, we don't want to hear that. We want to hear the soothing things of, you're enough, you're as good as you are. And the guides are saying, like, some people need that. Some people are a mess. Sometimes we were a mess and we needed that kind of advice. We needed that kind of soothing. But we're stronger now. And that some advice and guidance is only pertinent to whoever it's pertinent to. And it can be detrimental to someone else, right? When you've got someone that's completely broken and a complete mess, the advice for them might be, you're enough, you're good enough and all of that. But we get to a stage where the guys need to be straight with us, like, reach higher, take yourself further, you're better than this, we believe in your potential, you know, and all of that kind of thing. And when we do that, we can look around us and go, oh yeah, that person wasn't good enough for me. This situation isn't good enough for me. This, whatever it is that I'm doing, I should be doing something differently. So this Ace of Water, a relationship that promises to grow into something more. It's someone that brings in even more. Two of Earth. But like I said, it's not about the someone bringing in even more. It's about you being in that energy, first of all, bringing in even more. The Two of Earth is about the beach, where the water meets the land, where and they live harmoniously together. So this is the balance of heart and mind, or the balance of the heart and the material is what it is. Whatever that means to you. Does it mean bringing in more of the emotional stuff? Is this about, for you, less of the material stuff, more of the emotional well-being kind of stuff? Reaching your potential emotionally? Could be about that. Chicken cat. Just having a wash because she's just eaten something. The Crown of Fire, she snuffs that flame out. Look at her, she's a bit scary, isn't she? Crown of Fire. Something needs to end here, right? And hopefully I've given you the clues. It might not be all of these things that I've said, but it might be some of them, or one of them, or something. But something significant needs to change here. It's always in the distance, hey? Okay. Which next? Miserable Ladies or what? No, let's do this one. Starchild Tarot. Oh, I forgot about this deck. Starchild Tarot. Anyone want a mini read? Book yourselves in. This show is the only time that I indulge myself in reading these tarot books. I kind of like it. Just working with the decks that, apart from this one, the decks that intrigue me, bring me something new, but I can't work with. Well, I could work with them without the book, but they're certainly not going to be as powerful. 6 planets in retrograde by the month end. Holy crap. Inspired. It's about time to be thinking about Halloween outfits, isn't it? Wow, that's coming around quickly. Years fly by. I wish it would slow down. Well, you probably don't need to think about it. I do, because I'm on a small island and things take ages to get here sometimes. You're probably living in places where you can go to shops and buy stuff like that. I can't. 2 full moons this month. Oh, we've got a blue moon this month, do we? Yeah, on the 31st. Wow. There we go. It's time to go back to hospital. Anyway, blood pressure, check up and take some bloods as well. Anyway, we have the Akashic Records card. This is the card that has been added on to the major arcanas in this deck. It doesn't appear in other decks. It appears in this one. Let's check out what it is. The Akashic Records represent an energetic matrix and imprint of every emotion, action, thought, word, and experience that's ever taken place throughout our conceivable universe. No less. Historically, it's been described as a living library, a great etheric space, or collection of mystical knowledge. It connects to the limitless potentials that exist before us in all linear and non-linear directions, as well as the history of our past incarnations and soul experiences. My blood pressure's good. Well, it's about 130, which isn't great, but it's fine. My resting heart rate is very low. It's like 45. When I sleep, my heart rate gets to like 38 beats per minute. And so my watch thinks that's a problem. It's not a problem in athletes. Good to have a really low heart rate. Perhaps that's why my blood pressure is a little bit higher. Every living being has a unique Akashic record that's specific to them, which also contributes to the universal Akashic library. In ancient Egypt, this may have been described as the Great Hall of Records, which contained the sacred knowledge of the universe and the entire history of ancient civilizations. It's also been referred to as the Book of Life or Tree of Life, and has appeared in many different spiritual systems in various symbols, definitions, and ideologies. The Akashic Records also describe the subtle energies that are each contained within us that are constantly being encoded into our DNA and vibrational signatures. This happens on an individual quantum level, and after this, a global, then universal scale. The universal Akashic Records contain the evolution of our entire universe collectively, with each of us playing an individual role in this grand orchestra of energy. In other words, it's more. It's more than just us. It's more than us just getting this relationship. It's more than the rest of the stuff that we're doing. The message. When we learn that we are in fact co-creators of our own realities, we're accessing the most optimal vibrations of potential experiences available to us and are effectively working with the Akashic records. When we talk about connecting with our higher self, we're also describing an understanding of our own Akashic records. We can connect with this source of loving information in order to be the best version of ourselves. That's what I do. Akashic records. And then the Eight of Cups. The card of walking away. The Eight of Cups represents a soul-searching journey of growth and transformation, knowing that letting go is sometimes necessary for change. Always, in fact. Isn't that what I've been saying this whole reading? That death card is just so important in this. Gotta let go of something. This could mean facing or healing painful memories, past relationships, or personal issues that are still exerting pressure on you. It could mean that. Doesn't necessarily, it's not always necessarily about healing though. This release may foster an emotional strength to help you navigate how to use your own energy, or when you have to deal with the stress or baggage of others. Stress, baggage. After purging the unnecessary burdens in your life, you may find that you will seek a more spiritual path, a time of transition and spiritual awakening, moving on, abandonment, sacrifice, growth, equanimity. Well, I think that's what I'm doing, Barbara. I think that's what I'm doing when I do the readings. I think that's exactly what I'm doing. It's why I call it like the higher self. It's the all-knowing part of ourselves that knows what our path is. That's the part that I'm asking about all of this. It's like, what are we doing? What next? Where are we going? Give us some help here. And as I said before, a temporary letting go of something might be exactly what is needed to give you space to see the reality of it. And I remember like that's what I did when I was leaving my ex-husband. First of all, I kind of saw it as a temporary thing, just to give me space. I didn't know what was wrong. I just knew that there was something wrong. In fact, that often happens in relationships with me. And then needing like space from it to get clarity on that. So that's what we could be talking about here, like a trial separation from, but it doesn't have to be from somebody. It could be from anything in your life. Have a trial separation from certain things that you're doing and just see what clarity you get about it all. Temperance. Temperance. I don't know whether I'm going to go to CrossFit this afternoon. It's snatch day. I don't like snatches. But sometimes we've got to do the things that we don't like because it gets us stronger at it. It's hard though. Temperance. Gone past it. Does anyone want a mini read? I haven't gone past it. I'm losing my mind. Temperance, here it is, 14. Temperance reminds us to be mindful of any decisions we make at this time. There may be a need for balance, moderation, or a reassessment of personal goals. Yeah, I would say temporary changes at the moment is a good thing until you get clarity. In the grand scheme of things, and after everything you've been through, it's important to connect with the larger scope of your life. What gives you a sense of purpose and joy? Exercise! Temperance also reminds us to be patient, loving, and caring in order to successfully manifest our hopes and dreams. Yeah, we're not rushing anywhere. This card may also be an indication that you should bide your time with any long-term goals. Advance gracefully and methodically with your plans. Okay. Harmony comes with moderation in all things, mind, body, and spirit. Spiritual growth comes from learning the big life lessons along the way through a myriad of experiences, both positive and negative. It's saying the same thing over and over again now. We've got the message. We need to give ourselves a break from something temporarily in order to get perspective. Try it out. Give yourself a break from something. Try it out. See what comes from that. Because what we're trying to manifest, there's something that's elusive in that. Something that we are keeping ourselves away from because we're not realizing that something needs to change in our lives. That's not conducive to where it is that we're headed. And one big takeaway from this, I would say, is for those of you that are falling in love with people's potential, it's like, can you see what you're doing here? They're a reflection of you. It's your potential. You don't want to fall in love with someone for their potential and see that in them. You want to see that in you. Because eventually you're going to be bringing someone that brings something into your life, not with someone ways to go that you bring something into their life, and not the other way around. What deck next? Indeed, Barbara. Shall we do the... Shall we do the thingy one? This one. Just to be nosy. Where's Divine Masculine at the moment? Probably all going through this thing. Probably all going through this energy at the moment. The comic. The mask. Ooh, Divine Masculine. Not really facing things at the moment. Oh, the comic is upside down. Oh, wrong one. The comic and the mask, not really facing things, pretending they're happy when they're not. Making jokes, cracking jokes when they're not happy at all. Avoidance is what I'd call that. Hello, Sky. Well, Divine Masculine. The underworld. Ooh, getting caught up in some negative energies. The underworld is exactly what it is. Perhaps as underworldy as criminal kind of stuff. Perhaps not that. Perhaps more like, oh, let's all just take drugs and get drunk, and you know, there's oh, I don't know whether I should have tapped into the Divine Masculine energy here. Sure can. Here's the link for it, for those mini reading booking, but you better do it fast because I'm about to finish. The Underworld. If you don't do it fast enough, then I'll do your reading at the start of the next live show, which will be in 2 days' time. So yeah, the Underworld could be getting caught up in all kinds of shady kind of stuff, or stuff that just doesn't become them, you know? So a lot of avoidance on the where the Divine Masculine is, and this might just be today, or you know, the last couple of days or whatever. They certainly weren't in this energy 2 days ago. But sometimes we just go there, don't we? Divine Masculine, what else? The Destroyer. Ah, okay. Yeah, it is. It's a reaction that they're having to kind of knowing that they need to make some changes. So it's making them kind of self-destructive instead of destroying the thing that needs to be destroyed within their life. Turn it on themselves. I think we all need to do that. Sure do. Don't do these things for free. Well, I do my videos for free. I have all of that for free. I don't do private, like personal stuff for free though. Who would? I got enough work to do without doing free stuff for people. Holy crap, I never stop. Especially at the moment. I've gone from like having so much time for myself and like me being really balanced to like, I set myself that goal of starting this new YouTube channel at the weekend, and now it's just like no time for myself, no balance, but this is just at the start of it. Be okay. It will be okay. I will get that balance again. It's hard at the start of something to switch off from it, right? It kind of consumes you and takes you over, and you think about it all the time, sometimes when you should be sleeping. The vassal and the medallion, what the hell? Divine masculine isn't in good energies here. Not at all, none of it. Because this divine masculine, the medallion and the vassal, this is like, this, I don't know. It's almost like they'll get an award if they get someone pregnant. You know, like, oh, I've done something great in my life because I got someone pregnant or something like that. No, this is for general right now. This is for divine masculines where they're at the moment. These, I don't know what group of divine masculines that I'm picking up on here. But certainly not good this time. What about divine feminine? The father, interesting. The father, and so, yeah, perhaps making peace with father issues and things like that, perhaps. How can I say this? Becoming more respectful of father energy or divine masculine energy and what that actually brings to the feminine. Dealing with stuff like that. That's what father issues do, right? We can negate the masculine energy going, we don't need that at all, or it's toxic or whatever, when we've got father issues, and we deal with the father issues, and then we're like, actually, brought some good stuff too, you know. The village. And so divine feminine, dealing with all of this stuff around the village, the island in my case, or the people around community. So not necessarily doing this work in relationship at the moment, in romantic relationship at the moment, but in relationship with other people. So notice the other people around you, especially masculines, whether that's men or women, because, you know, some women can be masculine energy predominantly, but that father kind of an energy, protector, provider, taking care, all of that kind of stuff. And it's good. It's good. Like sometimes we need that, right? For example, if you found that father energy in yourself and you're providing stability for yourself and abundance and all of that kind of thing, you need that stable base in order to be creative. Like, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now, the creativity that I'm doing, if I didn't have like money and backing and money coming in behind me. I couldn't do it, right? I wouldn't have the bandwidth to be able to be creative and to be able to get even the equipment that I needed and the software that I needed to even do it. Never mind allow myself the time to spend on it and all of that. And so I have tapped into that father energy myself in order to do that. I tapped into the father energy myself in a relationship years ago where I was the provider. I was that one bringing the security so that my partner could be creative and all of that kind of thing. And in the end, I kind of regretted that because although he did some great things, he didn't become that energy himself for himself. So, and I couldn't be the father anymore. So we might be dealing with issues like around all of this, around masculine energies and being good with the masculine energies and seeing the benefit of all of that and seeing the benefit of when we bring it in ourselves, those masculine energies, and seeing the benefit of when we receive that from others too. And the mystic, of course, we're pulling cards, we're going into our intuition. We're needing to trust our intuition even more as well, especially about internal transformations. There's a lot about perspective in the reading today. Needing a new perspective, needing more perspective, different perspective. Sometimes we can be so sure of ourselves and where we're headed and how it is. And we're like, no, right, I'm ready. And it's like, well, why haven't you manifested it then if you're ready and you're right now? No, there's some change. The flame. Passion ignites. Emotions. So for some of us, we are getting now more into passion and emotional side of things and revving that up. Sometimes we want a peaceful life and we turn away from that kind of stuff for a feeling of more calm, perhaps self-nurturing and all of that. But there comes a time when it gets boring. Once we've healed ourselves and it's like, I cannot stay in this hospital any longer. I've got to get out there and do something different. We switch on to the emotional side. It can be seen as like bringing drama into our life too, but hopefully we don't do that. There's a gathering of people, staff and tourists. So opening up to the emotional and passion. Again. What else, Divine Feminine? Two more cards. Gnosis. Something that you know deep down. The King. The King energy. Divine Masculine energy. Okay, you know that energy. Divine Masculine energy. It's connected with this Father energy, which isn't a boy energy. King energy is not a boy energy at all. Not someone that's got potential. It's not someone, it is someone that's living up to the potential already. And is stable and secure and can be a provider and will do that. Not that we need them to do that, but they will. The King energy, you know that energy. Got passion and ebb and flow, interesting. Passion and emotions. But we know the King energy, and so that means that we know when it's not the King energy, and even if we can think that we're kind of buoying people up, think that we are lifting them up by seeing them in that King energy when they're not. We're just fooling ourselves and perhaps fooling them too. Perhaps we're finding broken people and we're giving them that energy that we know that they need at the time, that you are enough, instead of saying, actually, you're not enough for me. You know? Perhaps we've been so wounded in the past and we knew when we needed that you are enough. We needed people to tell us that you're enough as you are, to feel good about ourselves again when we need that soothing. And so we're finding people out there. We think we want relationships with them, but we recognize that woundedness in them, and then we say, you're enough as you are. We turn into the Father energy ourselves, or the Mother. Yeah, Father energy. When really we need to be turning around to ourselves going, I already know that I'm enough. I'm the Queen, and I know what a king feels like, looks like, acts like, is. And it's not a lot of what we've been looking at, for sure. That's what I've got. There we go. So, what's today? I don't know. Pick a card read. I'll be putting out later on today. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll have a look at the old readings and see what I used to do. So it's the random one that's today, and then on Friday it'll be how they feel about you. So check that out. Remember the draws that I'm doing. If you're a subscriber to my channel and you like the video and you comment on it, you get an entry into the draw for a free private reading with me. Full one worth 160 Australian dollars. And if you get the deeper dives to the pick a card reads as well, then you get entered into another draw. So there we go. Have a good one, everybody. Let's do this all over again in 2 days' time. Thanks for coming along. And if you've got those questions for your higher self, then get them in. Book those one question readings, any that are booked in now. Of course, I'll be doing in the show in 2 days' time. And yeah, have a good one, everybody.